want my baby to have your eyes. I'm going against my own advice. Should I do New York? I can't decide.
It is so hot in here. Turn my fan off so you guys can hear me. If you hear my smoke alarm, just ignore it. Please don't comment, change your battery. I know I don't hear it a lot because I ignore it, but I know it's there. Thank you. I try to edit it out as much as I can. I tried to take the battery out, couldn't figure it out, so I gave up. I know you're supposed to change it, but we don't do that in my house. We just take the battery out. So anyways, the vlog. So I finished Home Before Dark last night, and it was actually pretty good. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. This is the first Riley Sager book that I've ever actually given 4 stars, so I feel like next year his book I'm gonna really like. I don't know how to talk about this book without giving spoilers, so I'm gonna try to as much as I can. So if the clips seem choppy, probably because like I gave a little bit too much information, but I don't think I explained what this book was about yesterday. I kind of did, but not really. So basically this book is about this family who moved into this house, and the house is haunted, and one night they abruptly leave, and the dad writes a book. So the daughter grows up, she doesn't grow up with the memory of knowing what happened in real life, so she thinks that the story is like made up, and because it's like a bunch of haunted stuff that happens in the house, and she's like, oh, my dad just was he wrote a bunch of bull crap or whatever. And she goes back to the house after her father dies just so she can like figure out what really happened, and yeah, the book goes from there. And I really liked the book. There was like a bunch of twists that I really liked. There was one twist towards the end that I really liked, but there's another twist after that kind of like, when I read that twist I was like, oh, 5 stars. And then the twist after that I was like, like the twist that came after that twist at the end really like brought it down to 4 stars. But I was really enjoying the book. Like I was getting very invested in the story. I wasn't like scared or anything. Like there were some spooky stuff finally started to happen, because at first my biggest thing was like, there's nothing really happening, but once stuff picks up, it really picks up and it just keeps going from there. Also, I know in my vlog yesterday I stated how it was really like The Haunting of Hill House, but the more you read, it's actually less like The Haunting of Hill House, especially once you get towards the end. It really is like nowhere near The Haunting of Hill House, like towards the end. Like they aren't even the same thing. And I thought that like the book compared, because in the book there was an indigo room, but in the Haunting of Hill House there was a red room, but they aren't even similar. I was like, oh, what if he pulls like a plot like where the red room has like a big play, but he really didn't. And I was just very intrigued from the story, and I liked how the story had left me with like a bunch of unanswered questions, and me wondering like what was real and what wasn't. And yeah, that's the best I could say without giving spoilers, without going too much into detail. So yeah, and I started this book called The Kingmaker. The Kingmaker is basically about this girl who's Native American and this guy who's like a white guy, and his dad owns like this family, and they're at a protest. She's actually protesting for like the company his dad works for, and he's there to also protest, and his dad's like, bro, what the heck, like, you're an heiress basically. Yeah, they end up meeting at a protest, and then she ends up meeting him again a few years later, and it's like, it's good, but it's like, I like angst in my books, and this is like, oh, she's so beautiful, I'm so intrigued with her, and they meet once and then they don't meet again, and then they meet again in the future, and it's like, oh, I got her again, like, you know, it's not going how I want. So there's this book on my Kindle that I have, and it's called The Legacy. I don't remember what it was or why I got it, but I got it, so I'm gonna read it. It's like 300 pages, so I'm just gonna charge my Kindle. And I just want some enemies to lovers, not even enemies to lovers, I want some angst, you know, I want some hate to love. I don't want any cute fluffy stuff. And like, I do like The Kingmaker, it's just, it's cutesy. I don't want cutesy right now, I want angst, you know. I don't really think that Kennedy Ryan writes angst, because I read her other book, The Long Shot, and that had nothing, that had no angst in it. It was like Friends to Lovers, which was like, ugh, I hate Friends to Lovers so much. Like, I don't think that I despise any of the trope more than Friends to Lovers, which is ironic because I love childhood Friends to Lovers, but as long as it's like the childhood friends, like they move away and then they come back, or childhood friends to enemies to lovers, I eat that stuff up, you know. But like, even friends to enemies to lovers, I'm like, man, it has to be childhood, you know. It's just something about that childhood in there. It just really, it gets me, you know. But yeah, so I'm gonna read And then also, so you guys know how I ordered those books yesterday, like literally in my vlog you see the clips that I ordered those books yesterday. Why did they say they're going to be here today? I live really close to an Amazon warehouse, which is why I'm always ordering off on Amazon, because they don't usually get here the next day per se. But sorry Daniel, we have to turn the fan off. I don't know if it affects the vlog or not, but anyways, don't want to show my address. I need a thumbnail. Got some mail. These are the books I ordered yesterday. I live right by the Amazon warehouse, so my package is good. Hated that. So I got Ash of the Sun. I don't even know what this is about, but Aaron loves adult fantasy and she was hyping this up, so I was like, well, guess the girls gotta get it then.
Why does it look so big?
Because it's adult fantasy. The Majesties. Oh, this seems short. Oh, this is really short. There's 200 pages. This is about this girl who poisons her and her whole family, and then the sister ends up waking up to her whole family being dead. And that just seems really interesting to me. So you can catch a Viscount, which I don't know what a Viscount is. I'm still learning my historical romance, so it's okay guys. I got The Highlander, the Wolf of, I can't say this title, but I'm trying. The Wolf of Oren Yarrow. I did so much better when I was doing my CCs for today. My captions, it kept saying Oreo, so I'm doing better. And then I got Rewrite the Storm. And then my mom took me and Dean to get some chocolate smoothie today, so I got some chocolate smoothie. Yeah, so I'm gonna finish the book I was reading on my Kindle, because my Kindle is now charged. And I think that Monty is still doing his lives today. I started watching Veronica Mars, which is my favorite TV show. I watched it for the first time last year, and I wanted to make it a thing to watch it every year. I wanted to make it a thing to watch it every year in July, but I tried to watch it on the anniversary of when the 4th season came out, because I watched it for the 4th season for the first time last year. It's one of my all-time favorite shows now. Like, I love it. Veronica and Logan are childhood friends, enemies to lovers, excellence. Enemies to lovers, excellence. Like, wow, we will never as humans get to experience what is Veronica and Logan. Thinking about all the people who haven't watched this show and don't get to experience that, it's really
That's kind of looking at me. You were all confused. You said,
I hate it here. Wow. Karma, because yesterday Daniel was like choking on air and I was just looking at him. I was like, what the heck? Karma. Wow. She works fast.